What up, what's up, Games TV, back in the YouTube video. Today we're not having any edits. We're not having any edits. I'm talking fast because I have to go to work very soon. I'm starting my first shift. I'm going to get the podcast out to you guys tomorrow. It's going to be great. I want to react to this. Wile E. Coyote versus Tom the Cat. Why do they call him Tomcat? It's kind of weird. I'm excited for this. Let's get into it. Death battle. You already know how we rock with death battle. We already know. We don't need any longer. Oh, look. Hold on, wait.
Wile E. Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the Looney Tunes.
Yes, sir. I'm going for Tom.
From Tom and Jerry.
Tom's my OG.
For it and we're here to deliver.
The animation, it looks good.
And it's our job to analyze
so
their
hyped.
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
This is
battle.
awesome. This is gonna be so good. Hey guys, before we start, I know. Before we start, last thing, because I'm not editing this video, I have to do something cool. I'm gonna do a magic trick, and if it works on you, you have to do these two things, okay? Just turn your phone to the side. Turn it to the side. You know how you have a landscape right now. Turn it to the side. I'm gonna say this word. Ready? Subscribe. Like the video. You see how the buttons just lit up? If the buttons just lit up for you, you have to subscribe and like the video. That's just a fact. I'm magic. I just
Over
reach
a
through your
shimmering
phone.
campfire by
Let's
the
go.
tribes people of North America, there was no
What is
figure
this
so
lore?
cunning,
Oh.
so bold as Coyote. To the
Coyote,
Miwok,
okay.
he was a Prometheus who stole
getting
fire
really
from the
deep
heavens to
into the
give
lore
to
here.
humanity. To the Sewetmuk,
Okay.
he was a foolish trickster who
What?
could die
It's all
and return
this?
to life.
And to the brothers Warner.
Oh.
He's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To
Yes,
this
the
day,
brothers
great
Warner
Coyote
Brothers.
stalks the American
Whoa!
Southwest, hunting his
That's-
indefatigable prey,
That's a lot
the
of species.
Road
Holy
Runner.
crap.
And this modern Wile E.
lot of them.
Coyote is driven by a ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff.
I
He'll
never really
chase
watched.
that bird-shaped happily ever after.
I'm gonna be honest. I never really watched. Is this Roadrunner where the Wile E. Coyote's from? I never. Well, it's Looney Tunes. It's Looney Tunes. But I never really watched anything with Wile E. Coyote. I know I'm crazy. Don't hate me, please. I'm more Tom and Jerry guy. I know Tom like the back of my hand.
To his own inevitable undoing.
So this is
Such
learning
is
for
the
me.
lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but
Yeah.
Wile E. was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote.
What?
His father
Oh.
raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary.
Interesting.
And forbade him to speak until he tasted victory.
Oh.
On the face, an easy task. Coyotes are incredibly
speaks in
adaptable predators,
crossovers, but he's
capable of
still
hunting in
outside.
both rural and
Interesting.
urban environments.
They're also speedy little
So if he wins, he's gonna talk at the end, and that'll be fire. I don't want him to win, but that would be
demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour.
Oh,
that's
wow.
cold comfort when that blue meeping
That's
bastard can
actually
make
really
beams of
fast.
light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving
Oh, wow.
fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly,
Wow.
it's incredible
Wow.
that Wile E. manages to consistently
he's
keep up with his
insanely
prey at all.
fast.
But
Gotcha.
he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little
Roadrunner,
extra
I knew
burst
it.
of speed
Yeah.
separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Oh, really?
And Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order
What?
to move fast enough to outrun Wile E.
But
That's
almost
insane.
as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile E.'s got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the
okay,
difference.
that's how
He's got your
okay.
classics like
Whoa!
dynamite, anvils, and
Look at all the
spring-loaded boxing
equipment.
gloves, along with heavier
I think this is the longest list I've ever seen in a death battle. This is insane. Look at all the stuff. I have to stop pausing. I
artillery
have to
like
stop pausing.
heat-seeking
I have to
missiles,
just
a
go.
10 billion volt
I have
electromagnet,
work.
and a friggin' trebuchet, a Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed
he's
schemes
smart.
that inevitably go awry.
Okay,
Despite
not
being a
really.
self-described super genius, Wile E.
Okay.
has an officially
Look at
measured
that.
IQ of 3.
Oh!
The same IQ as a cactus.
That's-
Okay, the test results were fake,
That's
but he's
insane.
still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any
What?
product that you can imagine, and Wile E. is their most
Oh.
devoted customer,
Interesting.
contributing up to 99% of its
Wow.
multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the
How does he
inherited
get all
wealth,
that
Pops.
money?
Oh, don't
Oh,
worry,
it's
I'm
free?
spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme
Whoa.
Clonomatic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme
What?
Universal Remote, which can
What does that
pause,
do?
fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
That's
Too bad half
huge.
the stuff Wiley uses
That's-
is
that's
intentionally sabotaged
huge.
because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break, but
Okay.
he sure can take
So
some
they don't
punishment.
really work.
No matter the severity of his
I
failures,
kind of, I
Wile
guess
E.
they
is
do.
still attuned
Damn.
and can bounce back from just about anything.
Right, he's a
He's
tune
been sliced,
force.
stabbed,
We
squashed,
know.
exploded,
Okay. Yep.
melted, blasted
Yep.
into a constellation, and overall
Dude.
verbed for the last 87
How are
years
either of
straight
them gonna
without
die?
ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like
Dude,
it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Secwepemc legend.
He's
I'm
also
kinda
shattered the
scared.
fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely to catch the
Okay,
Roadrunner.
that's
So close.
huge.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these
bad for
abilities.
Tom.
Looney
What?
DNA. Every toon's
What?
got it, not just the Looney ones. And it's what lets them survive fatal damage up to being fully erased off the page, essentially dictating their personal slice of reality to
Looney
whatever is
DNA.
funny.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the
Interesting.
laws of physics as we know them.
Okay.
That's why Wile developed
the
a
Toon
counter to
Force.
this immortality, the Looney
What?
DNA Dissolver.
What?
Which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet
Oh!
again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile's
That's
experience
gonna
as a
win him
veteran
the
toon
fight.
that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the
What?
School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming
There's so much
Tiny
lore.
Toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus, Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced Toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
never-
And that
knew
means
this.
Wile should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like
That's
traveling between different mediums or
huge.
altering the plot of the cartoon.
That's
And my favorite was the
huge.
time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to set up
That's-
the entire universe.
I
And
think
then
he
suck up the
wins.
animator animating his
I
universe.
think
and
he
then
wins.
suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wile's got a cushy
How
tenured
does
job
Tom
teaching
beat
that
that?
stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission.
Blew up the sun, grew to the size of a planet, turned into a constellation, survived twice, survived an impact the size of North America, withstood smashing a portion of the moon, matched Roadrunner's immeasurable speed, scored on the monster in Don oh, okay, because it's okay. It's talking about Space Jam. Don Cheadle's in the second one, and then the first one.
He's helped
Monstars.
stop a meteor from
Alright,
destroying
this is
Earth.
insane.
The
The
Monstars in
Geico
basketball,
Gecko?
and even-
What?
Whoa, snap!
Energizer Bunny?
Caught the Roadrunner! Oh,
Wow.
wait, never mind. So damn close.
According to 1977's
insane.
Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times. Scaling to the
Damn.
present, that's over 10 million failures.
That's
takes
insane.
dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness.
So
Too
I get
blinded
it,
by
like they're
burglars
both,
to see
they
the
never
forest for the
catch
trees.
Tom,
But
never
Acme's
catches
intentional
Jerry,
malfunctions and
he never
Coyote's
catches
recklessness
Roadrunner.
don't
This is a
account for
perfect
all of his
matchup.
catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly,
Phineas and
standing in the
Ferb?
way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it.
It's fate.
God is just
Yep.
plain out to get this guy.
And by
Yep.
God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote
Bugs
and
Bunny.
Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him
Dude,
and
we're
helped
really
forge
getting
the
into
Looney Tunes
lore.
into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody
This
of
is a
earlier
lot of
chase cartoons
information.
like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that
Oh.
superseded Coyote's reality warping
Whoa.
tuner
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed
Oh.
Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making
Oh.
Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But
So
what else
that's-
can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son? He's
So
the
I feel like
Sultan of
that is
slapstick, the
something.
CEO of second
They
place,
wouldn't have
the
said
swing-and-a-miss
that. They wouldn't have
superstar.
said all
as long
those
as he
rules.
picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all,
That
folks,
puts-
for Wile E. Coyote.
That makes me a little. That makes me think Tom might have a chance
The year
here.
was
Come on,
1939.
Tom!
War
Let's
raged
go!
between the British
What is this
Tommies
lore? I
and the
don't even
German
know it.
Jerrys. As the beleaguered
Tom and
English made
Jerry's
their
in
miraculous
war?
escape from the German encirclement off the
What?
coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh, wow, is that actually where their names come
Oh.
from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their
Wow.
names' origin,
I never
William
knew
Hanna
that.
and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the
11 voices.
undisputed
Holy crap.
kings of slapstick
Satellites
comedy.
named
The
after
formula
them?
is
What?
simple, and we all know it. Tomcat chases Jerry Mouse around the house.
Yes.
Brutal, bone-shaking, I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues, and
I
Tom
love
is
Tom and
reprimanded by
Jerry.
Mammy Two Shoes.
Yes.
let's say very much from the 1940s.
Yeah.
And if you're like me, all
For
you
real.
wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats,
Tom
even
is
I've got to
so
cringe
good.
at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend.
Listen.
Oh, big yawn.
I
House
know
cats
we
like
side
Tom
with
are actually some of
Jerry,
Earth's
but-
most successful predators.
That's a crazy
They
shot
can
of a
run up to
cat.
30 miles per hour.
Okay,
leap
that's
6
slower,
feet
but-
high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and
What does
hunt
that
in the
mean?
dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a
Oh,
British shorthair.
interesting.
They're strong, stocky Roman cats
Garfield.
bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war
Yeah,
against
he
mouskind. Sure, most of it is
Look
the
at
stuff
all
you can find
this,
around the
too.
average American household, like baseball bats, lead
Yeah,
pipes,
yeah.
and
And guns,
Yeah,
lots and
yeah.
lots of guns.
There are
But he's
lots
got
of guns
wackier
to
things
Tom and
like a
Jerry.
magic wand, a robo-cat,
Oh.
vanishing cream, and a
Whoa,
smart cat
this
that
is
gives
newer
him all
stuff.
the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the sword of light and dark, which severs you from your own
Whoa.
shadow, or
Yeah,
the
this is
rewind
newer
remote,
Tom and Jerry.
which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't
He's got a lot of newer gadgets and the newer ones. I'm more adapt to the older Tom and Jerry, like the oldest cartoons. I used to watch it with my Grammy. Shout out to Grammy. I'll have to make sure she watches this. But yeah, I love watching that with those. The one with the piano, that was my favorite, man. The
And forget
orchestra.
the cat
How
cup.
did you red baby? That one too, where he's singing to her like on the balcony. That one's good
are
too.
in Cat Jet, spelled with
do
K's,
I,
of course,
do I?
but just the cat
love
part.
that.
Tom's arsenal is heavily improvisational, which fits his quick
True.
thinking in fights over Thanksgiving
is
turkey.
improv.
Though he
Right.
often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's
Yeah.
not usually because
He
he's
does-
dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in
That's
defeat, he's
true.
one tough son of a gun.
Dude,
He's
that
been
was a good
crushed,
one,
blown
too.
up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well,
Yeah.
mostly. Tom
What?
actually has kicked the
Oh,
bucket
yeah, he
multiple
has
times,
died in
but
that one,
little known
yes.
cat fact,
That
he
was the-
has 9 lives,
Ah,
as established in the
yeah,
episode
yep.
Heavenly Puss.
That was such a good one. Heavenly Puss was great.
That
was one of my favorites.
Some different kind of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom
Dude.
starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he
Oh.
can physically go get them back from hell.
What?
Let's go.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but there
That
isn't
is
much of a limit to
crazy.
what Tom can do. He can clone himself, levitate in
Dude,
the
yes.
air, make his imagination real,
Yes.
and even break the fourth wall and enter
Yes,
the real
he
world.
can
Yeah, if
do.
you
Okay,
only watch
okay.
the classic cartoons from the 40s, you
anti-tune
may be in
gun
for a
scare,
shock.
though.
Tom and
Yeah,
Jerry
I am
gets
for a
buck
shock.
wild, much
That's what
like
I'm
the
saying.
actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Toy Whiz. They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all
Oh.
term in 1800s England
That's
for
so
young
long.
drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid,
What?
lifted up the sun,
What?
and was blown up into a constellation.
He did
and
the
he was
same
just
thing.
fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's
Oh.
okay.
He taked an explosion that launched him through time to the Stone
Whoa.
Age and has run through space
this
at massively
game.
faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now.
Damn.
But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're
They're
actually
friends.
friends.
Which
And
is
they've
crazy.
worked together tons of
Yeah, they
times to
have.
save the day.
Yep.
Like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home.
Interesting.
Oh, that's a
This
nice
title
end to their
cards are
story.
cool.
Don't
That's like a newer
you
thing they're doing.
believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase.
What is this?
Long
What
ago,
is this?
the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan,
Is this a movie?
Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain.
What is
leading
going
the
on?
goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. And
What?
they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who
Wha-
repelled
Who
corruption by
is
the
that?
darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the
this
tree
lore?
of life, whose branches encompass all of time and space.
Wow.
Banding together, these warriors use the star element to dispel the darkness and save the
What
universe.
the hell?
What the?
That's
Well,
what I'm
it may
saying.
sound completely
That's what
insane.
I'm saying.
It is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose
What?
lore is entirely
I
in
did
keeping
not
with the
expect
spirit of the
that.
source material. However, it is officially licensed by
That's-
Warner Brothers
that
Interactive
means it's
Entertainment,
canon.
which means we have to include it in our research.
Wow.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly
It's so
fun.
meme-worthy.
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat
That's what
fair
I'm
and
saying,
square
he
a few
has.
times.
By my count of the
That's
original
the
shorts,
difference.
19 times.
Damn,
I could
that's
watch
kind
him
of
on repeat
awesome.
forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline.
I think
He
Tom's
might
got
truly
it.
respect his
I
main
don't care if I
Well, then,
lose it.
you're
I'm
in
going
luck,
with
because
Tom.
the Tom and
I
Jerry
have
of
to.
English literature later
Please.
became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because
This one, I
there's
feel
no
like I have a
better
lot
way
on the
to
line.
get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Here's the thing. If Wile wins, it's because of that anti-tune serum, and he takes away Tom's abilities to heal. But then Tom's got his lives, and then he goes back to hell. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't know if that supersedes that or what. So I'm gonna go with Tom. I have to go with Tom. Tom is my OG. You know, here we go.
It's
Oh,
time
God.
for a death
Please,
battle!
Tom, please! Guys, I'm not gonna be able to edit this. Subscribe. I normally put the music. This is awesome. Mus assholiest. This is sick. Domestic cat, felis catus, pertuis victims. This is so good. I love the hand-drawn animation. Yes. Oh, he caught him. Oh, okay. Okay, he's trying to catch him at the same time. Meepus. Canis schmuckus. Let's go. This is sick. Oh, man. Here we go. Oh. Fight! Let's go! Oh, wow, and they got away together. Wow. Yes! The iconic scream! Oh. Let's go. Among Us Fall Guys. Wow. What happened? You want to live forever? That's a good voice. What the hell? Is he going to turn invisible? Yep. This is cool. This is so cool. Fat lady. Is that a reference to Deadpool versus the Mask? Woohoo! This is awesome. Are they gonna turn to dust? Oh no. Oh, what's he got? Oh wow. There goes his lives. All of them? Oh, he's on his last one. Look at this. That's it. Tom, use it. He's gonna run faster. Woo! Yeah! That was fire. This is so good. All right. That's good. He'll just go down it, yeah. Oh, damn! Nice! Oh, he caught him! He's on his tail! Oh, wow! That was insane! Literally. Look down! Yes! Oh, he's got the gun! No! The DNA dissolver! No! That's gonna kill you! Both of them are dead. Damn, they felt that impact. Oh, shoot. It's actually real now. They feel it all. Oh, no. Was that really enough? No! Oh, that's brutal. No!
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
No!
God, one of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Considering Coyote,
Why?
I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful,
Explain
they
it.
weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and
No,
weaknesses that could be exploited.
my
especially by each other.
goat!
Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough
this
to contend
hurts.
with
It's my
universe-threatening
first loss
phenomena.
in a
But
while.
comparing Wile to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move
True.
faster than light, Wile could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car
Right.
fast enough to travel through time.
Right.
That's immeasurably fast
Yeah,
and much
yeah.
faster
I
than
knew
Tom.
he was
Wile
faster.
gets
I
the
knew he
edge
was
in
faster.
stats.
I knew
Wiley's
that. I knew
arsenal
that.
was a bit better too, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction, he still countered everything Tom
They're
had.
even.
The biggest being the Looney DNA dissolver,
Yeah,
which could
I
render
knew
Tom's
it,
cartoony
man.
healing factor
But
moot
they
and
both
end
did.
the fight.
They
While
both
Tom has
did.
never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the
Oh.
concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Right.
Looney Tunes have been
right.
erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones,
Right.
it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of
But
a
that's what I'm
screw-up
saying.
Wile is, it
It
wasn't a
should have
sure
applied
bet.
to
Hell,
him,
it
right.
could have backfired.
That's what I
especially
thought
considering how
happened.
much more competent Tom
That
is.
old
When it
animation's
came
crazy.
to intelligence, Wiley's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own
That's what I'm
ego
saying.
and
Tom
stubbornness.
had him
Tom,
there.
on the other hand, was consistently
Yes.
more flexible,
So
pragmatic,
what
and
happened?
victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has
was
one
the
other
last
big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing.
Right.
And that's the big question.
Right.
Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wiley's narrative
The-
and force
the
bad
rules.
luck and see the DNA dissolver backfire against him?
That
Right.
bad luck is a core part of Wiley's character as a
Exactly.
cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore
Really?
and ended up in an unexpected place.
Really?
Space Jam.
Where
Oh,
Wiley yet again
really?
fails against the Roadrunner. But
Really?
against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his
True.
entire history, Wiley's
Why
cosmically
did
ordained
that
failures only occur when he's specifically chasing
In
the
his-
Roadrunner or
Oh!
other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the
Alright.
universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA
Yeah,
dissolver.
yeah.
Especially
But
when the
didn't
only
hit
reason
them
it
both?
failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention.
True,
A direct
true.
violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite
Yeah.
lacking Wiley's
Yep.
narrative impediments,
That's
and
what I'm
despite
saying.
having a better track
couldn't
record
do it
overall, Tom
otherwise.
ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wiley, whereas
Yeah.
Wiley's superior strength, speed, and Looney arsenal
I guess.
ensured his
I mean, it
victory.
makes sense,
Wiley
man.
gave one hell of a chase
I
and
get
left
it.
Tom Jones in for a rematch.
I
The
get it.
winner is
I hope,
Wile Coyote.
I hope people are on my
Next
side.
time on
What's
Death
next?
Battle.
Oh, Miles! You versus my goat! Let's go! That's hype!
Subscribe and join
That's
the number to
so
see more
hype!
Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
That's that is so hype! I am on that premiere as soon as it drops. That's the hypest one yet. My goat Deku! Let's go! I don't know what else to say. That is leaving on the highest note ever. I'll see y'all on I might have lost that, but I won with that review over the next battle. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed through all the way to the end, genuinely, please subscribe. Magic Trip, subscribe. Hey, see you in the next one. Deuces! That's nuts!